All right, hey everybody, welcome. My name is Armin Shaffi. I'm the creator of Speak and Get Clients. I am so excited. That's an understatement, actually, for interviewing this special student of mine in SGC who was able to go from running around in circles with no absolute clue with how to start his online coaching business on really just buying all the books and buying all the free courses and the low ticket stuff to hopefully figure it out, how we helped him go from that to developing and crafting a perfected bulletproof marketing strategy and blueprint, getting clear on his niche, his who, his what, his how, and then getting him 35 booked calls for coaching with him. And he got 25 testimonials from that as well, kickstarting his business. And now on the verge, I think today was a huge thing. We'll talk about it. He had 100 members now in his community and his audience of qualified prospects and about to finish crafting his presentation to launch. I'm really excited to have you here today, Christian. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Arman, it's so good to be here. Super excited to be on this interview with you.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go, Arman. Let's go.
Yeah, man, no problem. I'm just going to ask you a series of questions and we're just going to have some fun. And, sometimes I lose touch with you guys because you're in the business building your stuff with the program. And so when I catch up, I'm like, damn, all that happened. So why don't we start with this, man? Why don't we start with your full name, what you do and where you're from?
Well, my name is Christian Atong. That's Attong, guys, not a thong. I'm from the Caribbean, a little island called Trinidad and Tobago. You may know it, known for Carnival and Steel Pan. 25 years old. Just graduated university with my economics degree and law degree, and I decided to start an online business. And I met this amazing guy, and I'm here right now.
So what do you do right now in your coaching business? What kind of coach are you? What kind of program do you sell?
So to be honest, like when I was pretty young, I found out at a really early stage that I had this massive fear of speaking in front of an audience. Like everything was going on in my head. I knew exactly what I wanted to say, but how to say it killed me. And that feeling that I got back then, I never wanted to experience it again. So I made it my life's journey to really develop and hone into this skill of public speaking. And now through that journey, I'm much more comfortable. I spoke in front of thousands of people, flew to different countries, and even became the president of my university in Barbados. And now I take that information, that experience, and I help others in public speaking right at this day.
So you're a public speaking coach right now. You have, what's your program name again? We help you craft it. Speak and Influence.
Speak and Influence coaching program.
I love the name, by the way. So close to speaking at clients. We're almost like, right? Yeah, man. And out of curiosity, before you joined the program, I remember seeing your stuff. You're talking about storytelling. Were you clear on the fact that you wanted to be in the niche of public speaking already when you came to the program? Or is that something we helped you do? I'm just curious.
No, I always knew I had a passion for public speaking, but I wanted to tap into the resource of the online business space.
Yeah.
And I've helped many students, politicians, executives in the past for free. And that was mainly one-on-one in a physical space, but really like trying to get into the online space, I was in circles. I was like a day in headlights. I was trying to get from point A to point B with no GPS, no Google Maps. And I was just falling into funnels and watching this presentation. And I'm like, I need to figure something out. And I don't know, God sent you, if you want to call it that. But when I go into Speak and Get Clients coaching program, you gave me Google Maps, Armin. You guys gave me.
Oh, that's a line, man. We're the GPS to your business. Come on, baby. All right, so let me ask you this, man. Prior to joining Speaking at Clients, what was the major problems you were facing? I know you're running in circles, but like, what were the challenges you were facing with trying to get your business off the ground?
It's actually really simple, When I look back at it now, it's simple because I got clarity in your program. But here's the problem I had. Compiling my knowledge and really speaking the language of my clients or prospects, I couldn't make the match. There was no connection. And I mean, I'm just going to give that Ask campaign a big shout out right now, because if it wasn't for the Ask campaign, I would have never been able to communicate with my audience or my prospects or clients or whatever they are effectively.
And
So,
yeah, that was that's one of the first modules we go through and that we help you on, which is getting clear on your message. And so that, and I even have that, I think, in my webinar. Like I even show how it's done, but doing it properly. I mean, let me ask you this. I mean, you've watched a webinar. Like when you watch
yeah.
the webinar and I talk about the Ask campaign, some people go like, yeah, let me go do it. And they get results, they get leads. But how much more in depth, how much more step-by-step process is there in actually doing the Ask campaign when you came to the program and we helped you do that to get the market research?
Yeah. So like the in your training presentation, the webinar, I saw the steps, and let me tell you, those steps actually gave me confidence, and I knew I was in the right direction. But I also knew that there were details to the madness. There were always details to the madness, and like figuring out what type of questions to ask, like
Yeah.
how to even approach a free client, because you can't approach a free client just like any random person. There's a way to do it, and you guys outlined that so well in the program that it gave me confidence to do it, because I had this kind of like limiting belief. Like, do I even just approach people to ask them for free coaching or ask campaign? But you guys laid out the step-by-step process inside the program, and that skyrocketed my
Yeah.
performance. But in that
Beautiful.
section,
Beautiful, man. Yeah, it's always the first step, right? People think they just come out of the gate and charge, and then they charge really cheap to justify that they're new. But it's better if you just do free and then just charge high ticket right after because you have results. You got 25. Like, not only did you like not know how to communicate to your audience, like you're saying, right? The messaging wasn't clear, and we helped you with the niching, with the offer, like what you do, how you even do it, creating a process for your coaching, as opposed to just trying to get on calls and like help someone out. You created. Do you have a clear coaching process right now as well, right?
yeah, because I think it was module 3 or 4 where you outline not only how to create your coaching process or coaching program, but how to teach. That was a big one. That
Yeah.
was a big one. How to actually teach, that threw me out the park, because I use that method to get onto the coaching calls, the free coaching
Yeah.
calls, my free coaching clients. And it works so well, because like asking for a testimonial after teaching in that manner was like, where's my testimonial? Like,
Yeah.
look at what you just got, you know?
Yeah.
And it gave me a lot of confidence.
Yeah. And a lot of people, man, like there's phases to this business, right? And a lot of people, they're like, their first disbelief is someone actually, like, am I even qualified to coach? I mean, you crushed that belief. Tell me again, because I remember you have one of our top records right now. You joined the program on like a Wednesday, I think, like Wednesday night. And by Friday, a coaching call, which was like less than 2 days, because you started Thursday and then our
Yeah.
coaching call was in the afternoon. How many book calls did you get just implementing one of our organic strategies alone to get clients booking calls with you?
It was actually the Instagram strategy. I think you went live. You went live and you showed me how to do it.
Yeah.
And I think the day after, I got 3 video testimonials the day after,
Yeah.
and 2 text testimonials. I think by the weekend, I got 12 booked clients. So I got
Book
like
clients
5 in one day, and then like the weekend just blew it past to 12, and then
like this.
it just steamrolled, like it's a domino effect. It's like just one fell, and it just kept going.
And all we had to do was like the first step was like getting clear on the message, right? Like who you're helping, what are you helping them do, what's the end result, all that stuff. And then as soon as you did that, you applied one strategy, a simple strategy, right? And you got 12 book calls within like, I think it was like 24, 36 hours or something like that, like within a few days. And then a few weeks I follow up with you and you're like, I'm at 35. I'm like, damn. 35, man. And the 25 testimonies, you have all the market research you need now, the outline, and the assets to actually launch your high ticket funnel, which is the key, right? It's the phase that we're in. So awesome. So the main challenge you're facing was really just communication, like lack of clarity. Who do you help? What do you help them do? How do you help them do it? Why are you any different? All that good stuff. So let me ask you this. Why did you choose to join our program specifically over any other options? A lot of options out there for a high ticket coaching program like this. How come you chose to work with us over other programs?
Well, remember, as I mentioned before joining your program and trying to start my online business, I was like in a loop. I was in an internet funnel presentation webinar loop. And this is gonna sound really crazy to you. And I don't think I told you this before, but I reached out to you on Facebook Messenger, and you asked me like, what do I do? And I told you what I did. I'm trying to be a coach. And then you instantly replied. And I've seen your profile. It looks good. You look like that type that, yeah, you know what, I got my stuff going on. But you actually sent a voice note to me, and that voice note like felt like authentic. I'm like, this is not normal on in the internet. This is not normal. And it was at that moment I knew a level of trust was like just solidified there. And that kind of that removed any kind of, I guess, doubt I had from my experience with like the previous people on the internet and what they do
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
What was the voice note about?
I asked you, like, hey, you do high ticket coaching, and I'm like, and you told me, yeah, get onto the webinar. And me in my old self, this is what I told you. My old self told you this. I was like, yeah, I expect you to charge high ticket, and I don't think I have the money right now to join the program because you're a high ticket coach. And then you just went into like I think it was 2 minutes of voice notes, and you're like, listen, man, if like I'm just listening to you and your mindset, we need to work on your mindset first. We need to get that belief of money outside, because if you want to help clients, you have to fix you first, and then you could fix your clients. And that was like, take it, whatever you want.
Yeah, I remember. I don't remember what I said in the voice I was asking, but yeah, man, I think I remember. I remember specifically when you booked a call to talk to us, and it was out of your budget, right? And I'm like, man, let me give you some time, figure it out, and we followed up. You remember, man, that one the day before our follow up call. I
Yeah,
remember you called me to quit. Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah. I did. I
And
did.
and I called you directly. This is an inspiring story. I called you directly. And I got on the phone. I remember I was driving to my office. You're like, hey, man, like, I don't think I'll be able to do it. And I know your heart, like I felt like you're really trying. So I'm like, man, this is a good person. They can really help a lot of people. And you did. You came in and you helped dozens of clients with the public speaking. Testimonials is because you produced a result, which means all those people got results from you. Imagine you never did this. I remember like something inside me that's like, you need to believe. Right? What was it? Do you remember the line? I remember what I told you. I left you with. I'm like, I need you to do the specific thing. My don't ever what? Do you remember? If you don't, it's
Oh,
okay. I'll say it. Because
no, no,
sometimes
no.
people need to.
Let me just challenge my mind. Let me challenge my mind, because I remember the essence of the conversation. The essence of the conversation was this. I mean, I don't remember the word for it, but this is what the conversation did. The effect of the conversation. I had ran like the hardest I've ever run to get something in 6 days, because I really believed in you. Like I really, really believed in you. And you didn't seem like you were going to disappoint me. So I didn't want to disappoint you. So I ran as hard as I can. And on the 6th day, I felt as if, man, like the road is there, there's no more road. Like I think I'm at the end of the road and I'm not where I want to be. And that conversation, I may not remember the word for word, but you created extra road. You laid the foundation for more road, and then I could have seen the road, and then I continued along. That's what
I
it did.
remember. Yeah, philosophically, that's what happened. I remember you called me and you're like, man, I feel embarrassed. Like I don't want to get on the call tomorrow with a follow because I don't have the money. And I said, how come you're quitting before the finish line?
Yes, that was it.
I'm like, listen, if there's anything that's going to stop you in your business, it's this habit of thinking right here, is that you still have 1 day left and you have lost hope. I'm like, not only should you never quit before the finish line, but you don't even quit at the finish line. You go past it. I remember saying that to you and you were like, okay. I remember because I was like, man, something came over me. I just wanted to tell it to you. I'm like, you can't think like this, man. This is just finding a little bit of money to invest into the training you need to build a business. What are you going to do if real life business problems show up? You just going to quit, shut down? I'm like, if you can't figure this out, you can't figure out a business. How are you going to build a business if you can't figure out a small money problem? How are you going to pay, $500 a day in ads? How are you going to have a month where no sales come in because the world's in having some crazy moody month and your ads don't work or your sales don't work? How are you going to handle that? So I remember I put that in perspective to you. You're like, okay, I'm not going to quit. I remember on the call later, obviously you figured it out on the call. Your dad even came on and everything. And it was like an emotional call because you figured it out. And I was inspired by you, man. And within 2 days coming in, you got like all those book calls and all this. I'm like, damn, man, like that really goes to show it's really all in here, man. There's no circumstance. And you live in the Caribbean. Like your currency versus our currency is like this, right? It's a crazy, right? So there's no excuse. Like you really taught me that again. There's really no excuse if you can figure it out. And if you do your absolute best without quitting, it always works out for you. So that was a touchy, that was like an emotional call for me.
That was.
So let me ask you another question. So specifically, you had the trust with us when you joined the program. Obviously, you've been following me for a while. But let me ask you this. Was there anything specifically about the program that helped you do it so easily? Like you got results really quickly within weeks. You had more book calls than most people do in months, you know? I mean, like in general. So obviously some people I heard about in years, they don't get this many book calls and client sessions. So is there anything about the program that was so effective for you specifically that you loved about the process of learning and doing it?
Well, I don't even want to single out one thing because there's so many things from the coaching calls with your team, the follow-up sessions, you yourself coming on every twice a week, sometimes spending 2 to 3 hours with us, working on details, helping us get breakthroughs. Those like all that is like the foundation, but my problem was communication with my audience and being able to speak to them to help them understand how I could be a fit and how we can work together. And that level of communication really stood out in the Ask campaign. Mm-hmm. And that, as I said, that is what kick-started this like domino effect that took place. And like I didn't even know Ask campaign could be so what's the word I'm trying to find? Like detailed and crafted in such a way to get you what you need in your business at the very beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people underestimate the power of getting clear on their messaging. They go, yeah, I'm just a coach. I do this thing. Yeah. Okay. Try to sell. It's not going to work. Right. You got to take a level of concentrated effort on understanding your strategy for marketing. Like what's your message? You know, what are you saying? What's your offer? And that's what we did. The Ask campaign was a huge breakthrough for you. And I could tell it was a huge for me as well. I'm a student of what I teach. Like when I did it a while back, when I started my business, it was like, whoa, there's all these things I didn't know about the market. And I realized you could do the Ask campaign wrong as well. That's why we have it so laid out step by step. So, so as a result of implementing the program and what we teach, what were the results you got? I mean, we kind of said it by now, all the stuff that you've done so far, but why don't you let us know again, like what was the outcomes and the results you got from everything you did in the program?
Okay. So in the beginning, it was getting clear, getting those coaching clients, building out my lead magnet, and specifically with the lead magnet, understanding the power of storytelling in copywriting. So remember, I focus on public speaking, but you clearly focus on storytelling and copywriting. Two completely different things. And that completing that lead magnet really it was one of those milestones where I felt as if, wow, like I checked it off the list. And that was another big milestone for me after the Ask campaign, getting clear, hitting that lead magnet, and then really honing into building my Facebook group. So it's funny you asked because like today was a big relief for me because I actually got my 100th member in my Facebook group. Like that was big. Like I'm actually gonna make a post about it in my group later today. You'll see it. So I'm excited for where I am right now and heading into the presentation. I'm just really, really focused right now on trying to get that big hit out of the park.
Man, think about how far you've come for a moment. From like literally just running around, shooting in the dark, seeing like what's going to work, to having a systematic approach to building this. All the way from getting clear on your messaging, getting clear on your who, what, why, how, everything you need to know about your clarity of your vision for your business, and growing an audience, building out an audience growth funnel, creating your first ever lead magnet, a thing you can give away in the marketplace to show your positioning as an expert. right? Growing the email list and then creating a community of qualified prospects, future buyers for your program, having all these testimonials and social proof, having delivered so much coaching that you actually have confidence in your ability to produce results now, as opposed to before it was an idea. Now it's a real thing. Having all this content, you're putting out social media content too, because you're repurposing all the coaching calls you got, which is brilliant. I saw you do that. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Now crafting a presentation, learning how to do storytelling in a way where it gets your audience emotionalized with you and your offer. Think about how far you come, man. I'm just thinking about it myself. Like, I even forgot the lead magnet. You just said it right now. I'm like, damn, like all these new, have you ever done stuff like this before? Like out of curiosity, or were these all new skills for you? Like, have you previously experienced with doing any of the stuff you teach?
I've had, in public speaking, the science of it, I've had experience with that, but not business building, not a business building. Previous to this, I actually was in a sales company or network marketing or whatever you want to call it, you know. I call it the gateway drug to entrepreneurship.
It's a good way to look at it.
And I was really fascinated by how they did not implement any of the tactics and skills you use and build an online business. And you know, they speak about being an entrepreneur and what's not online. But listen, if you go to any network marketing company and you show them your system, I think you'll get in trouble. There'll be too much too much teams because they'll go crazy with your system. But that's what I did before. But now.
But you've never built an audience growth funnel, done coaching, lead magnet, presentation. Well, you've done speeches, but like, I mean, like a webinar. Yeah.
No, I haven't. Like, this is completely new to me. Like, this is 100% new to me. And it's crazy because I guess the way you lay it out, that why it's so easy to understand, and it shows in how you teach us to teach, you do it as well. And that's what makes it easy.
Yeah. It's good, man. I'm glad to hear that. So let me ask you this. How's your life changed since you joined the program? Since you built your business and you have all these assets and these foundations for growing your company now, how's your life changed since you joined?
Now I feel like I could breathe, you know? I could breathe, and I know that once I follow these steps, it's building into something really amazing for me. And I remember just being in a state of panic. I'm going to give you a small story here. When I graduated from university, my goal and my plan was to become a lawyer. That was my mom's goal, my dad's goal, my family's goal. That was the goal. All right. I decided I'm not going to go down that path because I wasn't too keen on the end result of that pathway. And I fell in love with entrepreneurship. I fell in love with online business. I fell in love with coaching people, public speaking. And I had to prove to myself that what I'm doing is a decision that I'm taking for myself, regardless of what the noise is saying. And I felt like there was almost this breaking point. And right before that breaking point took place, and I felt like I was letting myself down and proving others right about me making a decision, that's when we met on Messenger. And right before the elasticity was about to break, you just basically put it back.
So you're about to quit on the idea of...
Just right there.
Wow. You're not the first person to tell me that you almost quit because it was getting just hard because you weren't getting results. It's beautiful to hear that. I'm glad I helped you save it because, I mean, you're doing so good, man. Imagine all the people in the world were deprived of your coaching and what you do. Because you have a pretty badass coaching program outlined too. I remember seeing it. It was so well done. You're like, I have this crazy program for becoming a confident speaker. And I'm like, this is amazing. Like, it's going to sell like crazy. So many people are going to get so much help from it. You know, making money is one thing. It's easy when you figure out the system for it and set it up and just start doing what we teach. But everything else, man, is so much more exciting to me. Like, you developed an entire program that's yours now, you know, and it's a program that's going to help you make money without having to spend all your time giving away one-on-ones, you know, and just like building your audience, your marketing. Anyways, man, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you because, as well, like I said, there's no excuse. You come from a part of the world where it's, you know, supposedly supposed to be very difficult or impossible.
Yeah.
to, buy high ticket programs or even do this kind of stuff. And you've broken you've like literally defeated all the odds. Like you are a hero. You're a hero to many people from that live in similar circumstances as you. You're an example. You're an idea of what's possible. Yeah, no problem, man. So let me ask you this. Where do you think you'd be today if you never joined SGC?
I'll probably be in law school, sad, sulking. No, that's just a joke. Well, I would have probably just been in the same place that I was before, and I would have there would have been definitely more doubt. There would have been high anxiety. There would have been more stress, and I don't think I would have continued. I don't think I would have continued on the path that I knew I wanted for myself. And I think I mentioned that to you earlier. Like it was a fundamental shift. There was an epiphany along the journey. Like this is a story in itself. Yeah. This is like a signature part of my life where no matter what I do, I will never be able to forget it. True, like real transformation took place in my life from this program, and that's as best as I could put it. I can't explain it in words any better than that.
Appreciate the words, man. Glad to hear that you're pursuing your dream and not having to quit just because of doubt or failure. So I like to wrap up every interview with a really cool question, because I think this is very effective. Someone right now could be watching this, right? Watching your story, right? And they might be on the fence. There are people watching that follow me that are on the fence, booking a call and considering to do this program so they can grow their businesses while online. And my question would be to you, what would you tell the person on the fence, knowing what you know now after having made the jump to join the program?
Like, I understand why that person would be on the fence. And if I could speak to that person right now, I would tell them this. What you know now, you may think that it's enough, but what someone like Arman or his team knows, they have developed a system that has been through the test, that has been in the dirt, like tried and tested. And it's very, very, very clear to me that what they offer is something that is not replicated in the whole online madness out there. And like trust, authenticity, inspiring, bringing about belief in you, because learning from Arman and his team, like they fix you, like they will fix you, and then you can fix others. And I think if you really want to have impact in the world and get your message out there, build your coaching business from the ground up, then Speak and Get Clients is the place you need to be. And I'm so excited that I'm here. I'm grateful I'm here. And I owe a huge debt of gratitude to Arman and his team for getting me super, super clear on where I need to go.
Beautifully said, man. Just like the true public speaker you are. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate those words, and I appreciate word gratitude to you as well, man, for being a part of our program. It's an honor to work with you because you're teaching us so much with your level of motivation and desire. No matter how many odds are against you, you're pushing through and really just proving that it doesn't matter where you are. If you have a right system, the right team backing and supporting you, and your desire is strong enough, like you can make it happen. So if you guys are watching this right now and you want anything similar in terms of results to Christian, and you really want to explore the idea of maybe this program helping you get your message out there and help more people, then obviously me and Christian right now, we want to personally invite you to book a call, man. Christian will love to see you on the coaching calls every week. Me and my team would love to work with you. But listen, it's absolutely no risk, no cost to just book a call and find out if it's a good fit. And we'll find out what's holding you back, how to fix that and what it looks like to work with each other. But really, honestly, just take a moment. Like if you're not inspired by Christian's story, I don't know what would inspire you. Like this is an incredible story from the Caribbeans with literally nothing and no clue of ever doing anything like this before, going in and taking this passion he had of public speaking and actually turning into a business, helping people, making profit from that. Like literally building a company where he doesn't have to go and do something he doesn't want to anymore. He can pursue this and not have to have any doubt. So if you want anything similar to this and want similar help, then book a call. Don't forget to, and let's talk. Me and my team will be very excited to speak with you about what's possible. Then once again, Christian, I know you're busy, man. So thank you so much for taking the time to let me interview you on your process and on your progress in the program so far.
Hey, I'm so glad that you got me on this call. I'm probably more excited than you. So it was my pleasure.
No problem, man. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, and make the rest of your day the best of your day.